Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Northern Burlington County Regional High School. I am Mr. James Dow, joined by broadcasting students Mr. Kyle Forsini and Mr. Decker Morrow. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, December 19th, as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds take on the Pirates of West Windsor, Plainsboro South. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good, Mr. Dowd. Glad to be back with you here tonight and doing our second girls basketball game. So hopefully we're able to see a W today.
Yeah, we saw a pretty good win last year out of the girls team. They dominated the game last time. And then we also got to see boys basketball with a really close match to close out the winter season last year. Northern won both those games, so our record with basketball is pretty good.
The Greyhounds come in to this game led by new head coach Mr. Colin Hugo. He is a JV coach from last year and a history teacher here at the high school. He has taken over for former coach Mr. Ed Fitzpatrick, who retired at the end of last year. Mr. Hugo is also an assistant football coach, and he's got his assistant coaches, Miss Faust, who is a language arts teacher at the middle school here, helping him out. So hopefully the Hounds can get a big W here today in front of the home crowd. They lost their opening matchup against Delran in a nail-biter, 47-44, and they stormed back in the fourth quarter and had a really legit chance to win that game against a really heated rival. So they're looking to get a big W today, definitely motivated. Little miscue there by the Hounds, but picking the ball right back up here.
Yeah, and Mr. Dowd, and a lot of seniors left from that team last year, too. This is a predominantly young girls team. Only have two seniors on the roster in Cheris Demery and Lachelle Colbert, so the girls are going to have a lot to learn this season, but hopefully they'll mesh together and put together a nice season.
Yeah, so far neither team's hit a shot. It's been a real defensive game, a couple steals from both sides, defensive rebounds, and that was probably the closest thing we had to a score all game right there.
And that was a great shot attempt by Lachelle Colbert. She was actually recently named game MVP in the Spartan Showcase just a few days ago as the Hounds got their first win of the season versus Shalleck, 41-20. She had a game-high 21 points in that game at the Spartan Showcase at Deptford High School. So she's really the go-to player for the Hounds this year.
And going back to that, it looks like it's going to be out of bounds there on West Windsor Plainsboro, and Northern's Rachel Quigley. Looks like she's going to throw it in. But going back to that miss by Lachelle, that is one of her strong suits, actually, so it was surprising that she missed that. Her drive to the basket and her layup and ball handling are things that those are her strong suits. So look to see her make some of those shots as this game progresses.
Yeah, I also look for Northern to tighten up on offense. They've had some sloppy errors, giving the ball up a couple times, and that was a real close three there.
As you said, that was something that Lachelle's been working on, has been her shooting. She does a great job of dribble drive penetration, and there's West Windsor Plainsboro getting on the board there with a big three-pointer, taking the lead 3-0. But Lachelle Colbert is our leader here on the Hounds. She is, like you said, Kyle, one of only two seniors on the team, and she was one of the stat leaders for the Hounds last season as a junior. She led the team in games played and field goals made, and she looks to pick up right there and hopefully get her 1,000th points this year, which I know is a pretty significant milestone for her.
Yeah, we're only a couple minutes in, and that's already 2 fouls by West Windsor Plainsboro here. That's something they got to watch out for, is try to limit those fouls, and looks like Northern's going to get their first points of the game.
That ball's going to sail out of bounds there. Rachel Quigley looks like she's going to throw it in here for Northern, and looks like we have a timeout right now, so we'll take a break in the action.
Currently, the Hounds are averaging about 44 points per game, and they're giving up only 33 points per game. So if they can keep the score low, they can certainly pull off a big win here. Last season, the Hounds averaged about 45 points a game, so they're right on the same average that they were last year. And last year, they gave up about 42 points per game. But they were really competitive last year. One of the things that has been their Achilles heel so far this season is their slow start in the first halves when they're only averaging 12 points. But they are averaging close to 30 points in the second half of games. So if they can get off to a quick start here, hopefully they can get a big win.
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Dow. Getting off to a quick start would be key, like you said, with them averaging 30 points in the second half. That'll beat most teams, so they just need to get off to a decent start in the first half, and they should have a good shot at winning most of their games.
And Northern's had a real bright spot on defense, especially to start this game. I mean, every time they've given up the ball just like that, it looks like they seem to make a defensive play to kind of counteract it.
A nice putback shot there by West Windsor Plainsboro is going to give them a 5-0 lead, and a steal there by West Windsor. They took the ball away from Northern's Rachel Quigley. And looks like it's going to be Hounds ball here, with Rachel Quigley throwing it in.
As we said, the Hounds have a really young team. They have 6 freshmen on the varsity squad, only 2 seniors, 1 junior, who is Jacqueline Serrano, and only 1 sophomore, Miss Dominique Doyle. So, they're learning as the season progresses, and certainly it's so very early in the season. Love to see the effort so far, though, by the team, and it's clear that Coach Hugo's got the girls fired up and looking to, have some expectations for the season. The Hounds advanced to the state playoffs last year. They were 12-14, so about a 500 record, but they fell to Wall Township, but they still did a pretty good job. And even the year before, the Hounds were 14-9. So this team is certainly capable of putting up double-digit wins. Just a matter of kind of gelling as the season progresses.
Yeah, real low shooting to start this game. Neither team's really made a high percentage of their shots, but one of the big deals is West Windsor's already up to 3 fouls, so they're going to have to start playing a little safer on defense, and they can't really go for the steal, and that's going to be a steal for Northern.
A nice steal there by Lachelle Colbert, but unable to convert on the shots from underneath the basket, but she's going to head to the free throw line. This is an area of her game that she's been trying to improve, so we'll see if she can do it here, and she'll get 2 shots.
That was going to go off the mark, but hopefully she can get this put back. We got a great home crowd on hand, great turnout of friends, family, community members supporting our Lady Hounds. And that one's going to go just off the mark, and West Windsor's going to get the rebound here. We're about halfway through the first quarter, and again, for those of you just tuning in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Kyle Forsini and Mr. Decker Morrow. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, December 19th, as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds take on West Windsor Plainsboro South. As we said, this is such a very young team. The Hounds lost a lot of key seniors from last season's squad. Brianna Montalvo, Allie Anderson, Maddie Ockerson, Alyssa Harris, Casey Walton. That was basically 5 out of the top 6 players. So these girls are still learning, how to play together. And for most of them, the freshman girls, this is their first year on the varsity squad. And it looks like West Windsor Plainsboro is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
As you had said, Mr. Dowd, a young team, and one of the ways a young team will eventually gel together is just by playing more games together. This is still very early in the season, so as West Windsor Plainsboro makes their first free throw there, but, still being early in the season like this, these girls have yet to completely gel together and mesh and start playing their best ball, so I think their best ball is still ahead of them for sure.
So that foul and the shooting foul by Northern ends up being an okay one, as they only give up 1 instead of the 2 that they were likely to give up. Again, pretty good defense by Northern. They just got to convert some of their offense here, get some points, and they'll be right back in it.
That was some fancy footwork there by Colbert trying to set up the open 3. It looked like West Windsor was going to get a steal there, but then stepped out of bounds. So Northern was fortunate to get that turnover. And it looks like Quigley's going to inbound the ball here to Colbert, with just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
One big thing is Northern's been playing real fast offensively. If they can try to slow down their possession and maybe work towards a drive to the net, they would have a better shot at getting some points, just like they did right there.
And that was a great putback play there, and the Hounds currently down 6-4. Looks like West Windsor is going to take advantage of slow rotation there and get back on the board 8-4 with about 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Northern doing some good ball movement here, trying to beat the full court press West Windsor Plainsboro South has on them.
Some substitutions coming in here for Northern as there's a little bit of a break in the action. But it looks like Quigley is going to inbound the ball to Colbert, which she does. And Northern will look to try and close this lead that West Windsor Plainsboro has.
Yeah, and that was another foul by West Windsor. If Northern can start to capitalize on this, they can kind of make West Windsor have to play more defensively. They don't want to give up any more fouls, as West Windsor is going to hit another layup and go up 10-4.
And it looks like Colbert's going to go right past the defenders, do a great job just driving to the basket, putting that in, closing the gap here, 10-6. She's really the go-to player for the Hounds. Almost seems like she could score at will. I know Coach Hugo's got to love the effort the Hounds are putting in. You know, the shots haven't been falling their way, but looks like we're going to get a quick timeout here with 1:24 to play in the first quarter. Northern currently down 6-10, but certainly have momentum going in their favor, and obviously the home crowd is here to support our Lady Hounds.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it's great to have a player like Colbert who can just make almost any shot they take. She certainly can hit from pretty much everywhere, and that's going to be a big key for them, for Northern, if they want to beat West Windsor tonight.
Decker, as you had talked about, it's also nice having Colbert on your team for the senior kind of leadership, and same with Cheris Demery. Having those two girls on a rather young team, you know, outside of those two, they really don't have much or many players that are upperclassmen. So having those girls kind of mentor these younger players for Northern will definitely be key in having them develop with the program.
And as we said, there are 6 freshmen on the varsity team. Rachel Quigley, Brooke Hart, Haley Archer, Lexi Blue, Holly Ha, and Elena Tapuzaglu. That's going to be a miss there by the Hounds, but a great putback there. And Northern's going to close the gap. That was a great putback there by Haley Archer, closing the gap 10-8.
Nice block there by Northern. They're going to try to take it back and maybe tie this game up now, or perhaps even take the lead with a 3.
A nice shot there by Rachel Quigley, putting up the floater there to give Northern, to tie the game here for Northern. And they're certainly making a comeback. They were down 10-4 in this game. They've now tied the game at 10, so certainly some momentum going here for the Lady Hounds as they try and shore up their defense and keep this game tied.
Yeah, that timeout proves to be a good one for Northern. They came out of the timeout pretty hot. Just came back from a pretty big deficit and tied the game right back up. With only 22 seconds left, they're going to try to take the lead before this first quarter's over.
Great shot attempt there by Haley Archer, just off the mark. And it looks like West Windsor is going to try to hold on here for the last shot of the quarter. With this game currently tied 10-10. And that looks like it's going to be a foul. With about 7 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Game currently tied at 10. West Windsor looking to inbound the ball here for one last shot.
Looks like West Windsor wasn't really too happy that they didn't get that called as a shooting foul to get themselves some free throws there. And it turns out they're not going to get any points out of it.
And we're going to pick back up here in the second quarter. Again, for those just tuning in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Kyle Forsini, Mr. Decamaro. We are here live. It is Monday, December 19th, as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds take on the Pirates of West Windsor Plainsboro South in a great matchup here. Northern started the game pretty slow, but looks like they rallied back there at the end of the first quarter, with the game currently tied at 10. Kyle, what are some of the things that stood out to you in the first quarter?
Well, Northern scoring 6 unanswered points there to end the first quarter was key. And as that three is just off the mark there for West Windsor Plainsboro. But Northern's been on the attack ever since the beginning of the game. They've kind of, after that timeout, like Decker said, they've taken matters into their own hands almost and just tried to make sure that they were the aggressors. And it certainly has worked. And just as I say that, they throw the ball out of bounds and West Windsor Plainsboro will inbound it. But those are the kinds of plays that Northern's going to have to eliminate if they're going to win this game.
The Hounds have been getting some pretty terrific guard play from Lachelle Colbert so far, and also from freshman Rachel Quigley and sophomore Dominique Doyle. And those three have really been the distributors so far here in the first quarter. And it looks like they're going to pick right back up here with their game plan in the second quarter, looking for just a good rotation here, hopefully trying to get an open shooter. That was a great pass by Doyle. But it looks like the Hounds just ran into some traffic there, and Pirates are going to take over on transition.
Big rebounding there for West Windsor, enabled them to get the basket and go ahead, take the lead there.
Risky pass there by West Windsor Plainsboro, and Haley Archer got the ball back, and Lachelle Colbert drives in and is fouled. Misses the shot, but she will get 2 shots here at the line and try and tie this game up for Northern.
Now, it's got to be tough, too, for the Hounds because they're playing an opponent that they don't typically play. The West Windsor Plainsboro South Pirates are actually in the CVC. That's the Colonial Valley Conference. That is in Mercer County with teams like Notre Dame, Trenton High School, Hightstown, and Princeton. So I'm sure Coach Hugo has done his due diligence researching the team, but certainly when you're playing somebody who is not in your division, it's hard to kind of game plan with the turnover and the changing players consistently.
That was a big pass there for Northern. Looks like they're going to try to transition down the court with that. And then they're going to slow the pace back down a little bit, pass around the perimeter, and try to take it up towards the middle and get a shot in.
That pass by Doyle got tipped, and it looks like it actually ended up going out of bounds on Northern, so it's going to be West Windsor Plainsboro ball. And a failed rebound there by Haley Archer, and another missed shot there by Plainsboro. And the senior Chemis Demery is going to come up with the rebound there for the Lady Hounds.
And it looks like Colbert's just going to get nudged out of bounds there, and the Hounds are going to retain possession with just under 5.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Northern currently down 12-11, but certainly been a very, very close game so far. And the Hounds are looking to set up a play here.
That shot there by Doyle just off the mark. Rebounded by West Windsor Plainsboro. And a good shot there by West Windsor as they're going to extend their lead to 14-11. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout here from Northern trying to regroup.
So the Pirates have been doing a pretty good job. They're led by senior Sierra Sweeney, number 21, and junior Miss Kayla Jackson, number 23. They've really been their 1-2 punch here. This is a team in West Windsor who's coming off a disappointing season last year, finishing 9-16 and losing to Sayreville in the first round of the state tournament. But they did have some big wins against some common opponents. They defeated teams like Hamilton West, Princeton, Nottingham, Bordentown. But they really had a tough streak last season, the Pirates, losing 9 in a row in the middle of their season. But they're actually a pretty good home team at 7-8 last season. So I know they're trying to get a big win. They actually are currently 1-0. They defeated Princeton High School in their opener. They were led by Kayla Jackson, who had 22 points in that game. And they won that one 49-28. So they're certainly more than capable of putting points on the board. But if Northern can keep the game score low, as we said, they certainly got a great chance to beat a team and get another win on their season.
Well, we saw what happened last time after they called the timeout. They made a huge run.
A foul there on West Windsor Plainsboro as two of their players kind of collided there into Rachel Quigley. Hope she's okay. And Northern's going to keep possession here, though. And Quigley's going to get 2 shots from the free throw line and try and close this lead here on that West Windsor Plainsboro has.
Yeah, I figured by now that West Windsor would have been in the bonus. I mean, they've fouled Northern quite a few times already to start this game, and there's still 5 minutes left in the second quarter. There's a good chance Northern's going to get quite a few foul shots before the half's over.
So Quigley sinks one, and it looks like the Hounds are actually going to get possession here, and Colbert's going to look to inbounds the play. Currently only down 2 with plenty of time to play. Still just under 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Now the Hounds, as I said, coming off a really competitive season last year, had some big wins against local rivals Pemberton, Delran, Burlington Township, Bordentown, Florence. West Windsor Plainsboro South, not in their conference, so as I said, kind of hard to game plan for a team like that, but they're doing a great job. They're hanging with them. West Windsor's a team that really struggles on the road. They were only 2-8 last season. So hopefully the Hounds can get a big victory here in front of our home crowd. And Doyle looks like to set up a play here, giving the ball to Colbert. Archer cutting into the lane. Looks like the Hounds are going to set up another play.
They've held possession awfully long on this drive. They're going to have to take a shot pretty soon.
Sounds like the crowd is super fired up on hand, and certainly we always get a great turnout here on the farm. Looks like Colbert's going to go for the three-pointer. And she sinks it. So Northern takes their first lead of the game, 15-14. Great shot there by LaShawn Colbert. Hounds sort of took their time, didn't force anything, waited for the best shot, and Colbert sinks it to give the Hounds the lead.
West Windsor hits their own three to come right back and take the lead here. But a great play by Northern in that last drive. They took their time, slowed the game down, and played at their own pace there.
And a nice shot there by Cheris Demery.
And that's going to be way off the mark there by number 12, Anvi Aganagwai for the Pirates of West Windsor. Northern's going to look to inbound the ball here. 2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. And again, for those just tuning in, I am Mr. James Dow, joined by broadcasting students Mr. Decker Mara and Mr. Kyle Forsini. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, December 19th for this great girls basketball matchup as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on West Windsor Plainsboro South. And only the third game of the season for our Lady Hounds, so still plenty of games left on the docket. They've got another game tomorrow versus Trenton Catholic. Should be a really tough matchup for the Hounds. And then on Thursday, they're away for St. Vincent. So certainly we'd love for the fans, community members, students to come out and show their support. with just under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Really tight game so far. Hopefully Northern can tie this one up here before the end of the half. Great dribble drive penetration there by the Hounds. Just off the mark for Colbert, and it looks like Northern's going to get whistled for a foul, and Pirates are going to take over possession.
Yeah, couldn't have given her a more open look there. Just got unlucky it didn't sink. Northern would have taken the lead right back from West Windsor there if the Colbert would have hit that shot, though.
A nice shot there by West Windsor. A nice dribble drive there by Colbert, but that shot goes off the mark, and then a rebound by West Windsor Plainsboro.
Great defense there by Quigley, stopping that play, not fouling, and it looks like the Pirates are going to inbound the ball. Now, Northern had some really close games last season. They lost some real nail-biters to Princeton Day School, Willingboro, Pensacola, and Holy Cross, so they could have very easily had 18-19 wins last year. But if they can keep this game close, which they've been doing a great job of so far, they can certainly pull out a win here with just about a minute to play here in the second quarter.
That looks like an over-the-back foul there. Over-the-back foul there for West Windsor's. Northern's going to get 2 more free throws out of this one. That's the big deal about having your opponent in the bonus is you just get extra. You get extra shot attempts even when you're in there, even when they're on your side of the court.
Rachel Quigley is going to be taking these shots. She went 1 for 1 on her last, or 1 for 2, I should say, on her last free throw attempts. She misses that shot there. West Windsor's going to rebound, and they're looking to score again. As they put up another point there to go up 23-17. One of the differences in this ballgame so far has been rebounding, and West Windsor has certainly done that.
Still very much in the game, though, only down 6. Clock is ticking away here with just under 24 seconds to play here. Great play, great vision there by Dom Doyle, throwing that into LaShawn Colbert, who was cutting to the basket. Just went off the mark, and credit to the defense there on West Windsor Plainsboro South. They're looking to hold on for one more shot here. That one's going to go off the mark. Great steal there by Colbert, who's going to send this one down court. Maybe Northern can capitalize here, and it looks like that ball is going to go out of bounds. And the Hounds are going to take over with 2.5 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Down 6. So Quigley's going to look to inbound.
And try and get a last-second shot off here for Northern. Well, you look for them to try to get the ball to Colbert here. She's their go-to. But time's going to run out before Northern can get a shot off.
And we're going to pick back up here in the third quarter. Again, for those of you just joining in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Kyle Farsini, Mr. Decker Morrow. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, December 19th, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Pirates of West Windsor Plainsboro South. And it's been a real close game so far. Northern currently down 17-23, but still a whole half of basketball to play. As we said, some miscues there in the first half, but still very much in the game. Looks like LaShawn Colbert is going to bring the ball up and feed it to Rachel Quigley and hopefully set up a great play here. We'll see what the Hounds can do on offense. Looks like a turnover there by the Hounds, and West Windsor's going to take advantage of that. So, Northern currently down 17-25, 7 minutes to play here in the third quarter. And that's going to be a turnover, unfortunately. But great defense there by the Hounds. And that one's going to be off the mark. And looks like we're going to get a quick substitution here in the third quarter.
Well, Mr. Dowd, as you had said earlier, Northern's definitely been a second-half team this year, averaging 30 points. And there's a great steal by Colbert. She's going to drive and make the layup in transition and pull Northern to within 6 points. So as I was saying before, they're a second-half team, and hopefully they can shore up some of those mistakes as Decker was talking about and play like they have been playing in the second half.
Now, we had the privileged guys of doing a girls basketball game last season. Northern had a big win against Triton Regional, and we also did boys basketball last season with the boys pulling off a big win against Hopewell Valley. That was a 3-point win. We've actually been sort of the good luck charms here for the Hounds. We're going for our 7th win in 8 games as an announcing team. We had some big wins last year, boys volleyball in the spring, girls lacrosse. We started off this season with a big win against the Collingswood girls volleyball team, as Our Lady Hounds got a big win there. And certainly the last game we did was against Jackson Liberty, where the Northern Burlington Greyhound varsity football team got a big win in that one, 23-14. So certainly we're doing our part, and the home crowd is doing a great job keeping our girls motivated. We're still only down 2 possessions here with 5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. And Lachelle Colbert looks to set something up here for the Lady Greyhounds.
Yeah, as you'd mentioned, we've been pretty good with our teams this last couple of years, as they've won almost every game. And
A nice free throw there by Colbert. Sinks that to pull Northern within 5, and she'll have a shot to pull them within 4 as she takes her second free throw.
Now, Northern TV records 2 varsity sports per season. Great shot there by Colbert. This past fall season, we recorded girls volleyball, which was a win versus Collingswood. As you guys stated, the soccer games, we did boys and girls senior night, as well as homecoming football and football game versus Jackson Liberty. So we had our hands full in the fall, and we're looking to do some more exciting winter sports, as all of our teams have high expectations going into the winter season. Kyle, what can you tell us about some of our winter sports teams here at the farm?
Well, the wrestling team, they're actually going to Disney over this upcoming winter break, so we wish them the best of luck there. The wrestling team has been successful for as many years as I can remember. Ever since I've been in high school, they've been an extremely successful team. We also have winter track. That's another sports team that's always, pretty successful in their meets and everything that they do. We have girls and boys basketball, as looks like Northern's going to get a throw in here. But as I was saying, girls and boys basketball, we commentated both of their games last year and got 2 wins for both of them. So we look to keep the good luck going and wish all of our winter sports teams good luck as well.
yeah, if Northern's going to come back into this game and maybe take the lead, it's got to be through the hands of Colbert, as she gets the pass right now. She started off the second half really hot, getting 4 points already to start, and I don't think she's missed a shot yet.
And certainly we've got some other varsity games tonight. We have the boys and girls bowling team, who is playing Pennsauken at Thunderbird Lanes currently, as well as the boys basketball team, who will be playing West Windsor Plainsboro South as well tonight. So we wish those teams the best of luck. And the boys basketball team is actually coming off a record-setting season last year with 20 wins, so kudos to Coach Gene Darling getting that team motivated, and actually played really well going into the state playoffs last year. And it looks like Northern was looking for a foul there. That one's going to go off the mark, and West Windsor's going to inbound. Currently up 6, 27-21 with 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Northern's cleaning up the mistakes they had earlier in the game, as they've been the ones kind of getting the turnovers in this quarter. I mean, the last 3 drives by West Windsor have all pretty much ended up in turnovers. And as for rebounding, that's this drive where West Windsor put up points, that's pretty much the first time in a while they've had a couple of rebounds in succession. So Northern's picking up with the mistakes they had earlier.
Good play there by Demery. She falls to the floor, but she gets back up. She's okay. And Rachel Quigley's got the ball here, looking to try and put some points on the board for Northern and to try and claw their way back into this. They've kind of let this slip from their, kind of let this slip away from them, but they're going to have to put together some some good drives and some points on the board if they're going to stay in this game.
Now you can follow all of the Lady Hounds action, Northern Girls Basketball, on Twitter at NBC Girls B-Ball. And certainly you can follow all of our athletics on Twitter at NBC_athletics. And that's ran by our athletic director, Dr. Dan Uzaki, who does a great job keeping everybody plugged in to all thing Northern sports as we have a very exciting winter season underway here at the farm.
That shot off the mark there from West Windsor, and a great rebound there by Quigley as she passes it to Doyle, who takes the ball onto the West Windsor Plainsboro side of the field, looking to put up some points here for Northern.
I'm honestly a little surprised West Windsor isn't slowing the pace of the game down at all. I know there's still plenty of basketball left, but you're up by 8 right now. You can just kind of slow the game down and try to coast it in. But they haven't done that. They've still tried to be the aggressors here, and that might not actually turn out to help them because they haven't really scored much since the start of the third quarter anyway.
Pirates have a big game actually coming up tomorrow versus Hopewell Valley at home, and then they have another game on Thursday versus Allentown, so they're certainly looking to get a big win here today, and that looks like it's going to be a contact foul there. And Northern's going to inbound here, currently down 8 with about 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Still very much in the game, though.
Yeah, similarly to the first half, West Windsor is just, they're fouling a lot this game. I mean, I don't know if that's how they normally play, but they've given up quite a few fouls to start the second half, and they're going to be in foul trouble again and probably be in the bonus real soon and give Northern a couple free throws just like they did in the first half.
A great snag there by Colbert on that pass there by Quigley as she gets fouled, and Colbert's going to go to the line. And as you had said, Decker, Northern's going to get some free throws here if West Windsor keeps fouling, and that's exactly what's happening right now. As Colbert was 2 for 2 on her last try as the free throws, so hopefully she can do the same here. Oh, just off the mark there on the first one as it bounces in and out of the rim. She's got another shot here to try and pull Northern to within 7. And they're going to need some points here if they're going to come back. And West Windsor Plainsboro is going to rebound it. But a steal there by the Hounds. And Colbert in transition makes the shot, and Northern's going to pull within 6.
I mean, Colbert's had now Northern's last 10 points of the game.
So just about a minute to play here in the third quarter. And again, I'm Mr. James Dow, joined by broadcasting students Mr. Decamara and Mr. Kyle Forsini. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, December 19th, as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds take on the Pirates of West Windsor Plainsboro South. Great shot there. Closing the gap now. Northern currently down 29-25 with under a minute to play here in the third quarter.
Cheris Demery with the nice shot there by Northern, but it looks like Northern just fouled. And West Windsor Plainsboro is going to get 2 free throws to try and extend their lead here.
Yeah, that was a good foul by Northern. If Demery didn't foul her there, she was probably giving up 2 anyway, and at least this way she can't give up more than 1. Now that the first free throw was missed, I mean, generally that was a pretty good foul, and I mean they have the fouls to spend where West Windsor is almost out of them now.
So that's going to be 0 for 2 for Sierra Sweeney. She's a senior leader there for the Pirates of West Windsor Plainsboro South. Northern's going to take over here with just about 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. Only down 4, so still very much in the game, and obviously an entire quarter left to play. That one looks like it was going to sail out of bounds, but a really acrobatic shot there by Colbert, sinking that shot. Northern currently only down 29-27. Great play by LaShelle Colbert. Little spin 360 move. And the Hounds are fired up.
Still got a chance in this one.
And that first free throw is made there as West Windsor takes a 30-27 lead. That one's just off the mark there. She does have three free throws, though, so she will get another one to try and make this a 31-27 lead here for West Windsor.
A miss there would have been huge for Northern. I would have kept it at a one-score game, but there's still a whole quarter, and Northern still pretty much got all the momentum still right now. So if they can come out of this half down by 4, I think they'd be more than pleased. They'll come out of this quarter even.
Well, hopefully Northern will have the last shot here in this quarter as Colbert drives, and she puts up a layup, and that's off the mark. Haley Archer on the rebound, couldn't put it back.
So we're going to pick back up on the game action here. It is the fourth quarter. And again, for those just joining in, I am Mr. James Dow, joined by Broadcasting States Mr. Kyle Forsini, Mr. Decker Morrow. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, December 19th, as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds currently trail this one 27-31, but still an entire quarter of basketball left to play. Northern's been doing a great job in that third quarter, really getting back into this game. They were down by as many as 8, and now only currently down by 4. They're getting some great guard play by Lachelle Colbert, who has been the leading scorer for the Hounds tonight. And it looks like sophomore Dominique Doyle is looking to set up a play here and try to make something happen.
Quigley up top, and she's going to pass that back to Dominique Doyle. Looks like Doyle's trying to set up a play here to get the Hounds on the board as she passes back to Quigley. Back up top to Doyle. They've got the ball in Lachelle Colbert's hands as she passes it back to Rachel Quigley. That's going to be a foul there by West Windsor. And Quigley's going to throw it in.
Now, certainly you can follow this action on Northern TV, but we've also been airing some really exciting other programming. Recently airing the Northern Burlington game we mentioned earlier versus Jackson Liberty. We have our NHS National Honor Society induction that was just on, as well as our Winter Sports Show. Great informational video on our new JROTC program coming up next year, as well as some other exciting programming you could check out. Some great stories on our fall play, middle school band and chorus concerts that are coming up. So a lot of great things happening here at the farm. And looks like Northern's going to grit that rebound. Still currently only down 4 here with about 6 minutes to play. So still very much into this game. Now, Kyle, as a varsity athlete yourself, what are some of the things that are going through your mind at this juncture?
Not to get down on yourself, Mr. Dowd. You're only down 4 points, and this is what you should be living for. This is an opportunity where you can come back on a team and kind of make a statement here in this game. They've been trailing for most of this ball game, and if they can come back and get this win, or just come back and tie it for a little bit of time and give their offense another shot to try and put more points on the board and win this game, it'd be clutch for them. And that's going to be a travel there on Northern, so that certainly doesn't help. But as I was saying, Mr. Dowd, you got to bear down in these situations and not let it affect you. You can't get nervous during these times in the game, and you kind of just have to block out all the outside noise and just focus on yourself and make sure that you can try and help your team do the best to win this game.
Still plenty of time left. 5:39 on the clock. We're in the fourth quarter. Looks like West Windsor's going to go to the line there. Number 23, Miss Kayla Jackson, who's been doing a great job for the Pirates today. One of their leading scorers in addition to senior Sierra Sweeney. That's sort of been the 1-2 punch, and she's going to sink that one to expand the lead 32-27. But still plenty of time, as we said. Northern still very much in this game. Even if she sinks this one, it's still only a 2-possession game. So the Hounds looking to take over here now, down 27-33. 5:39 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
The Hounds certainly have their work cut out for them here, down 6 points here with 5:30 left to go in the game, but a deficit that they can definitely overcome. They've come back from a 6-point deficit earlier in this game, so getting the ball into Colbert's hands will certainly help with that as she takes this three-pointer, and it's just off the mark there. And it's going to be out of bounds there on, well, looks like they're going to say that was out of bounds on West Windsor Plainsboro. So Northern's going to get this throw in and maintain possession and look to try and put up some more points. Looked like it was going to be a good rebound there by Colbert, but that ball went out of bounds, and they're going to say it's out on Northern as West Windsor Plainsboro will now inbound with 5:12 left to go in the game.
Looks like that shot's going to be off the mark. Great rebound there by Rachel Quigley. Wastes no time sending it down to Dominique Doyle, who looking to make something happen here for the Lady Hounds. Only down 6. Still plenty of time to play. 5 minutes. If they could get the ball to their playmaker, Lachelle Colbert, maybe she could make something happen. Looks like we're going to get a quick timeout. While we have a break in the game action, just want to let you know if you want to follow Northern TV on Twitter, you can find us at Northern_TV for our monthly newsletter, information on our programming. You can check us out on Comcast Channel 19, Verizon Channel 42. We're also streaming on the web, on our district webpage, our YouTube channel, and you can check out our app, the Northern TV app, at appcatch.com, and you can obtain copies of this and other exciting programming on DVD, find out about sponsorship opportunities. You can check out the Northern TV webpage for more information, or email us at northerntv@nburlington.com for everything Northern TV. And it looks like the teams are going to get back out on the court here with just under 5 minutes to play. The Lady Hounds are down 27-33, but still very much in the game.
Nice pass there by Brooke Hart to Colbert, and she puts up the shot, and it's just off the mark. Rebounded by West Windsor.
So Dominic Doyle with the ball at the top of the key, looking to make something happen here. Let's set up a play. The Hounds have been doing a great job, though, staying aggressive. Just haven't got shots to fall their way, but certainly if they can continue to take good opportunities, they can get back into this game. Still plenty of time, just under 4 minutes to play. Looks like that's going to be a turnover, but Colbert's going to come up with it and put that one up just off the mark. The Lady Hounds. And you got to love the effort, though, by the Northern Burlington Greyhounds, just fighting for every loose ball, fighting for every possession. Looks like we're going to get a couple quick substitutions here. I want to take this opportunity to thank our Northern TV crew, Brittany Hope, Bailey Young, Ryan Greco, and Vincent Zara, as well as our facilities department, our athletic department, the West Windsor Plainsboro South Pirates, as well as all of our teachers, staff, fans on hand, and certainly our other video production teacher, Mr. Pona, for helping us out here. It's a great game.
That ball goes out of bounds, and Northern's going to retain possession, so they're going to look to try and get something going here. Time is running out, though. They've only got 3 minutes and 19 seconds left, down 8 points. But we've seen the girls make comebacks in this game, and if they're going to make another comeback, it's going to have to start right now, as Colbert's going to start with the ball up top.
So it looks like we're going to get a quick timeout here. You know, we had a really outstanding fall sports season, Kyle, that we're coming off of. The girls' tennis team finished 14-5. They finished second in the BCSL. They got to the semifinals, only losing to Heightstown, who was 19-2, had the third most wins in the group. So they had a great season. Our field hockey team is coming off a successful season, going 8-12. They got to the state tournament as well. They won a home playoff game, eventually falling to Morristown. Girls' soccer, They struggled a little bit this year, rebuilding at 4-14-1, but they got to the state tournament and had a good showing there in the first round. Boys soccer, we did a game earlier this year, Kyle, finished with a 9-8-1 season, also got to the state tournament. And our cross-country team, which is always a division leader, highly competitive, did really well this past season. And our girls volleyball team also got to the state tournament. So a lot of exciting things here at the farm, and certainly this winter season is still very, very early. This is only the third game for our Lady Hounds. But looking forward to some really exciting and maybe some history-making games here coming up for our Hounds, for our wrestling team, as you said, Kyle. Our boys basketball team is doing a great job. Girls and boys swimming and bowling. Our winter track team. And certainly everybody else doing a great job here. And Northern's going to take over with just under 3 minutes to play. Down 8. But they've got the ball in their playmakers' hands. Lachelle Colbert driving to the basket. Great shot there by Colbert, cutting the lead to 6.
Great left-hand shot there by Colbert to make this a 6-point game. As that shot is off the mark there by West Windsor Plainborough and rebounded by Quigley. As she's going to try and keep the pace up in this game. She drives. The shot is off the mark, and there's going to be a foul there by Northern. It's going to be a jump ball. So Northern will have a shot to retain possession. Oh. Never mind. They're just going to have West Windsor Plainsboro throw it in with 2:22 left to go in the game.
That was a great effort there by freshman Elena Tepuzaglu, fighting for that loose ball, but possession hour just happened to be going towards the Pirates. But certainly great effort here. Coach Hugo's got to be, happy with some of the things he's seen. Certainly some of the shots haven't fallen, but still plenty of time to play, 2.5 minutes. The Hounds are only down by 2 possessions. So hopefully if they can just continue to play really well defense, they can get back into this one. And that shot's going to go off the mark, and Colbert's going to be off to the races here. And that was going to fall for the Hounds, so they cut into this lead 35-31. 2 minutes to play. Anybody's ball game here as the Lady Hounds are fighting for this one.
Yeah, this is the way to get back into it. Put up points and put them up quick, and that's what Northern's done on their last 2 possessions, making this a 35-31 game. And it looks like West Windsor Plainsboro is going to try and slow down the pace here, which is smart. They're going to try and get up some clock time. That's going to be a foul there. Looks like that foul is going to be on Northern, and West Windsor Plainsboro is going to get the ball back. But the girls have certainly played good defense, and they put up some points in the last minute or so. So they're not out of this game. They're only down 4 points. And that's tough to see if you're a Northern fan there. A 3-pointer there by West Windsor. Great shot. Puts them up 7, but that's the last thing Northern wanted to see as they were clawing their way back in. And what a great rebound there by Colbert. She gets her own rebound but can't make the putback. She was fouled, so she will get 2 shots, but couldn't make the 3-point play.
So Colbert's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Hounds currently down 31-38. About a minute and a half to play here in the 4th quarter. Again, for those just joining in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting students Mr. Coffersini, Mr. Decker Morrow. We are here live. It is Monday, December 19th, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Pirates of West Windsor Plainsboro South. Looks like we're going to get a quick substitution here by Coach Hugo. Northern currently only down 2 possessions, so still very much in this one. And Colbert's going to sink both, so that's a big play. And putting the Pirates right back on their heels, and Northern's going to go to the full court press.
West Windsor's going to draw a foul there on the Hounds. And they're going to get 2 shots, which is not ideal for the Hounds. Clock does stop, however.
And that's going to be junior Brianna Hodges going to the line for the Pirates, looking to expand on this lead. So Northern's still very much in this one, only down 6. Gotta hope she misses this first one here. Sinks that one on the 1-on-1. Going to get a second attempt here to expand the lead. But still, a minute 20 to play here, and the Hounds have played pretty well here in the 3rd and 4th quarter, so still anything could happen. And it looks like a little confusion there, and the Pirates are going to get the ball back there on an out-of-bounds play, and hopefully Northern can get some points up quick. Looks like we're going to get a quick timeout here as both teams look to regroup here with just under 1:20 to play. Hounds currently down 33-39.
But as Mr. Dowd, you had said that they've put up points in quick clips in this game, so hopefully they can get the ball back and try and get on the board about as fast as they possibly can to stay in this ball game. As West Windsor is going to inbound it here after the timeout. Minute and 18 left to go in the game. Northern down 39-33. The Lady Hounds have certainly fought in this game, though. They haven't played their best, but they've stayed in it. And that's going to be a nice play there by Northern as Haley Archer comes up with the ball. Feeds it to Rachel Quigley, who is going to take Northern into transition and try and get this, or I'm sorry, that was Brooke Hart. She's going to try and get this points restarted as Colbert is just off the mark. And a great steal there by Colbert as she lays it in on the way up there to make it 39-35. So down 4 now with about 48 seconds to go in the game.
And it looks like that's going to be a foul on the Hounds. And the Pirates are going to go to the line here, try to expand on this lead. Currently only up 4. 45 seconds to play. Certainly anything could happen. You know, credit to the Pirates of West Windsor Plainsboro South. They've really done a great job containing Northern, forcing them into some difficult shots, and doing a great job rebounding as well. They're going to sink that first one, expand the lead to 5 with 45 seconds to play. Looks like we got a little confusion there, and it looks like they're going to wave off that second free throw. Northern's going to get the ball here, only down 5, 45 seconds to play here. Anything could happen. And they're going to get the hands into their playmakers, see what they can do.
Yeah, down 5 points here. The girls are going to need to make some shots, and they got the ball in their playmakers' hands, and she makes the shot, makes it 40-37. So they're just one possession away now. As the full court press is in full effect here, as the Hounds are going to chase after the ball as much as they can, when they're going to foul there and stops the clock. However, because they're in the bonus, West Windsor Plainsboro will get 2 shots now. And West Windsor has been clutch with making those free throws. Northern has clawed their way back and made it a 4-point or 3-point game and had to foul. And both times, West Windsor Plainsboro has made the free throws that they've had to. So credit them when being clutch when they've had to. Northern's tried their best to try and get back into this game, but West Windsor Plainsboro has virtually kind of not let it happen and made every shot when they've needed to. But with 16 seconds left in this game, Northern's going to try their best to try and close in on this lead. As that shot's off the mark there by Colbert, and that might strike the end for Northern as they do foul. But with 8 seconds to go, they are down 5, so not looking good here for the Lady Hounds.
Well, certainly Northern stayed in this game as long as they could, and certainly 5-point loss is nothing to hang your hat on. The Hounds had a really tough loss against Delran early in the season, only by 3, so they've been in every game they've played, and they had a big win, like I said, against Shalleck just last game. So they're looking at their next set of games here this week, and hopefully they can get some big wins, and that looks like that's going to do it with 2.7 seconds left to play in the game. The Hounds are virtually out of it here, down by 5, but just want to thank all of our friends and family and community members and students on hand, as well as our facilities department and our production crew. Looks like the clock is just going to tick away here. So for Northern TV, I'm Mr. James Dowd, Mr. Kyle Forsini, Mr. Decamaro. We are signing off.